Hi everyone, travel addict guy here, and I have another report on the crisis. And I'm in front of the Malaga Cathedral. You can see that behind me there. There it is, and it is a Friday evening. A lot of people are out enjoying themselves with those later hours especially. The Easter restrictions remain unchanged in Spain, with bars and shops allowed to open until 10:30 p.m. Ahead of a meeting between the Ministry of Health and the regions, there were fears that tighter virus control measures would be introduced to force businesses to lower their shutters earlier. After holding the country in suspense all day, the meeting of Spain's Ministry of Health and the autonomous regions this Wednesday afternoon, the 24th of March, didn't even raise the measure of closing non-essential services at 8 p.m. during Easter that the health minister, Carolina Darius, had suggested might be on the table. Darius had spent days testing the opinion of the regions to evaluate the option of lowering the shutters of shops and bars earlier in the evening. That is what she wanted to do, but they said, no, we're gonna have everything open until 10:30 p.m. as of now, through Easter. However, as a result of this Wednesday's meeting, all of the existing measures already agreed with the regions will remain in place, including the ban on moving in or out of regions without a justified reason. Spain is deploying 65,000 police officers to enforce the Easter travel restrictions. They do not want people moving around during this crisis. They said they made a mistake during Christmas, and they do not want to repeat the same mistake that caused the third wave, and they're worried about a fourth wave now. That is what they are saying, the government here. The Interior Minister says there will be controls at the borders of the different autonomous regions, as well at the boundaries between provinces where provincial perimeter restrictions have been established, such as in Andalusia. The Spanish government will mobilize almost 65,000 officers to police the autonomous region borders controls to try and stem the spread of the virus at Easter. The limitations and restrictions are to protect public health and save lives. That is what they are saying, said Interior Minister Fernando Grande Marlaska. Last week, we carried out 162,000 controls that led to 9,500 proposals for fines. So a lot of fines been going out here. Once again, people trying to cross over in between regions, and they have been caught at the borders. This Easter, 64,200 officers will be deployed to ensure compliance with the regulations he promised. Grande Marlaska added, this deployment means we will have all the forces necessary to ensure compliance with the regulations. There will be controls at the borders of the different autonomous regions, as well as control points at the boundaries between provinces where provincial perimeter restrictions have been established, that is such in Andalusia. We remain in an exceptional situation, he said. We must stay at home and reduce mobility to the maximum. So they do not want you traveling during Easter, and that is a huge holiday here in Spain. All of the Semana Santa, the Holy Week, all of those festivities have been canceled. There is some talk about taking out the items and putting them in front of the cathedral, the holy thrones they call them. Those are the ones that normally they take a procession through Malaga and through Sevilla and a lot of these areas in Spain. As of now on Larios, they have pictures of these items, of the thrones, of the holy thrones on Larios right now. They have them set up there so you can see those, and that is all they have right now. Okay, this is a story I wanted to talk about here. There were some people breaking the mask rules in the Costa del Sol in the trains, in the cercanías, and they caused the trains to grind to a halt. This happened recently, a few days ago. The National Police arrested a 59-year-old Finnish woman at Fuengirola railway station this Tuesday after her actions forced trains to grind to a halt for 20 minutes when she refused to wear a mandatory mask on public transport. Railway staff called in the police after the woman had refused to wear a mask or respect coronavirus control social distancing measures. When police arrived at the station, they found her in carriage, and she produced a card in Spanish saying, "Respect my right not to wear a mask." The woman refused to produce identification, and when the officers tried to inspect her purse, she began to violently struggle with one of them. Never a good idea there, guys. If you want to protest, do it in a calm fashion. Never fight with the police. That is going to get you nowhere. Trains at the station were stopped as alarmed passengers looked on. Finally, the woman was arrested for alleged resistance and serious disobedience of the police charges. As well, this British man was also arrested. This arrest joins another last Monday, also in Fuengirola, when a 35-year-old British man was detained for serious disobedience to police officers. The man was seen not wearing a mask on Calle Francisco de Pizarro and ignored the officer's request to put it on. When police asked for identification, the man refused and allegedly pushed the policeman away before they arrested him. Now, I know there's been a lot of comments on my channel, and people have said, well, just don't wear the mask, don't do it. And I talked to a few people in Torremolinos, and that one man, a British man, he said, don't wear the mask. And what are they gonna do to you? Well, you just saw from this report here that they're arresting you and they're gonna put you in jail. So that is why I wear the mask, and you have no choice here. And if an officer tells you to put the mask on, put it on. Do not confront the police, because that is gonna get you nowhere, and you're gonna be in jail, and you're gonna be fighting another case. So they are actually arresting people here if you are breaking the mask rules, and more importantly, breaking the instructions from the officers to go ahead and put those on. You cannot refuse instructions from police here in Spain. I wanted to talk about this. Malaga souvenir shops issue a plea to save their struggling sector. 50 shop workers from all over the province held a demonstration to demand government support and recognition. Around 50 souvenir shop workers from all over the province met in Plaza de la Constitucion in Malaga on Tuesday, demanding help to save their sector. Wow, we've been seeing a lot of protests lately. A lot of people, their sectors are dying out and they need help. I've been talking about that for a while, and you can see it coming to a head right now. These people cannot hang on much longer. They were chanting, "Without help, we are condemned." The group complained that they have been forgotten during the virus crisis. Central to their aims is being recognized as part of the tourist sector in order to receive government aid to cope with the ongoing situation. During the event, representatives from the newly created National Association for Tourist and Souvenir Businesses noted that the problems facing souvenir shops at the moment stem from confusion in how they have been officially classified. Until now, most have been registered as hardware stores or homeware shops, making them ineligible for subsidies afforded to the tourism industry. Wow, that is another issue there. Some more people whose livelihoods are in jeopardy at the moment. So that is a shame. There's also one other thing I wanted to bring into the news here. I wanted to speak about is the Astrazeneca vaccine. They have once again approved it, and they are rolling it out here in Spain. And if you do refuse that vaccine, you're not going to get a chance at another one. That is what they have said. You have to take the vaccine that is offered to you. You do not have a choice as what vaccine you want. So if you're afraid of taking the AstraZeneca, you've heard bad things about it. It has a bad reputation now by some. They had halted it for a while because it was causing that blood clotting in some, especially older people, that you have no choice in the matter here in Spain. And if you do refuse that, you will not be offered another vaccine. That is what they are saying here, the government. So that is the news here. Let's walk around a little bit. I wanted to head over to Larios and show you what I was talking about, how they have those set up there, showing you the thrones. And those are the religious artifacts that they bring out into the street here during Holy Week, during Semana Santa. And it's a Friday, and you can see some people out here already, and it's around 6 o'clock I think now, and some people are already out enjoying themselves. To my left here is a bar right across from the cathedral, and that is open. and behind me as well. And there was one other thing I heard on the news that I wanted to speak about. A lot of German and French people are able to travel now. They're able to come into Spain. Quite interesting because Spanish people are not allowed to leave, but the German and French people are allowed to come in. So they said they were expecting a lot of tourism around Easter. A lot of people have been coming in from France and Germany because there everything is closed, is my understanding. And here bars and restaurants are open. So many have been coming into town, into Madrid and possibly Barcelona to party basically over the holidays. It's kind of interesting. You're limiting the Spanish people from traveling, but you're allowing the German and French people to come in and have large parties, raucous events. So that is quite interesting if your goal is to stop the spread of this virus. A few restaurants setting up for the evening. To my right there is Casa Lola. That is a good place. I made a video about that before in there. And a few people there already eating there. Nice place. I used to go there a lot myself. And here we go, some restaurants setting up. So I'm gonna walk over here to Larios and I'm gonna show you guys what I was talking about. So they are paying homage to the Semana Santa, the Holy Week, because normally those thrones would be, they would have a procession of those around Malaga, and that is a big event. And if you've never seen Semana Santa, I actually have a video about it. You might want to check it out on my channel. And it is like nothing you have ever seen before. And they do it all week long normally here during Holy Week. Coming up to Hilario Street. And you're gonna see those signs pretty soon with the photos on them. Holy Week, paying homage to Semana Santa. Here's one right here. And all of these thrones, they all have different names. Here is one here, Rescate, and they have some nice photos of all of them. And on the other side, is there a different one? Yes. Oh no, it's the same one. Rescate. And you have some more here as well, and quite a few people out. Here is one here called Passion. And you can see a religious, like I said, it's Jesus there with his cross. And they actually parade all these items through the street, all these thrones they call them. And there's a lot of people carrying them. It's a big thing, and it's really amazing, something to see. And they have people that cover their heads with these pointed hoods, and they call them Nazarenos. There's another one here, Nueva Esperanza. So it means new hope here. You have these all up and down Larios here. You can see them paying tribute to their Semana Santa, their holiest week here in Spain. Here is another one, Misericordia. And I'm not sure in Spanish what that word means. I think it might have to do with misery, but I'm not sure there. Or anguish, possibly anguish. So there's a lot of them up and down here. You see some people out enjoying the day, a Friday afternoon. Everyone is masked up. So this is the way that people are paying a tribute to Semana Santa. Here's another one in front of me. So they're all up and down here. You can see how many of them that there actually are. There are tons and tons of these thrones here that normally would be in a procession up and down this Larios to Alameda, all the way around Malaga to the cathedral. And that is what they do for the whole week of Holy Week. So I'm happy to give you guys the latest news here from Malaga. We'll see you in the next video. Hope you're doing well. Travel addict guy reporting live from Malaga. Happy Easter, everyone, and please take care.